Hello, so this is a review of algebra, solving systems by substitution. So substitution means that I am just plugging in one thing for another. So in our first page of notes here, this explains the step. All right, so step one is to isolate a variable in one equation. What you want is y equals or x equals. Okay, so that's the first step that you always want to take. Okay, second step is to take that equation and plug it in. Substitute. Substitute means plug in. Okay, so I'm just going to take that. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to solve in step 3. So I'm going to get an x equals a number or y equals a number. After I do that, I then take that number and I plug it into either one of the original equations and I solve. So I'm going to show you some examples on this page. So this top part, it goes through step by step. So substituting, okay? If you don't like my handwriting, this is a perfect thing to look for, okay? What I'm going to do is we're going to talk through these bottom two equations. So step 1 is to get a variable alone, okay? So get a y equals or an x equals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top equation, x minus y equals -3. What I can do is if I add y on both sides, I get x equals y minus 3. So the reason why I do that is now I can take this y minus 3 and plug it in for that x right there. So it becomes 2 times y minus 3 plus another y equals 12. I then distribute, so I get 2y minus 6 plus y equals 12. I combine these y's, so it's 3y minus 6 equals 12. I can then solve for y. So I have y equals 6. So what I do with that is I plug it back in. So I'm going to take the top equation. I'm going to say x minus 6 equals -3. Add 6 on both sides. X equals 3. So my solution point is 3, 6. Again, the second problem, I'm going to take this top equation, y minus x equals 8. I'm going to add x on both sides. So I get y equals x plus 8. I then can take this and plug it in for y in that equation. So it would look like 5x plus 2 parentheses x plus 8 equals 9. I distribute it in. 5x plus 2x plus 16 equals 9. Combine these. And solve for x. So x equals -1. I then take that and I plug it in up here. So it becomes y minus -1 equals 8. The double negatives become a plus. I then solve for y, and I get y equals 7. So my final point, my final solution is -1, 7. Now these require you to solve for x or y. In both cases, it was easy to solve for that variable because there were no numbers in front of it. In my next equations, again, it goes through the steps. It even shows you how to check your answer. The check is very important. It makes sure that you are actually solving these correctly. I'll run through 3 and 4 on the bottom. So these are a little bit easier because it's already solved, so you already have y equals. So I'm going to just take this and I'm going to plug it in for y. So it becomes 3x plus x plus 5 equals -11. Combine these. 4x plus 5 equals -11. Solve for x. Then I take this -4 for x, and I can plug it in. So it becomes y equals -4 plus 5. So y equals 1. So my final point is -4, 1. For the fourth one, you'll notice that it's both x equals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to plug it in right there. So it becomes y plus 10 equals 2y plus 3. So I'm going to solve for y by combining my y's. I get rid of that 3. So y equals 7. I then take that and I can plug it in right there. So I get x equals 2 times 7 plus 3. So x equals 14 plus 3. X equals 17. So my final solution is 17, 7. All you're doing is solving and then plugging it back in. You always need a point in the end. On these, you're just doing one of the top two. Do 2 of those middle 2, the 3. And do number 6. For the other side, you're doing 4 of those top ones. Number 11. And if you get there, you can try them. These are challenge problems, now with 3 variables and 3 equations. And this is the assessment for this. And once you're done with this assessment, please hand it in. Remember to check your answers on Google Classroom as they are posted underneath the worksheets. Thank you very much, and good luck, and see me if you have any questions. Thank you.